it's good to see you guys again. We are here for Eric Steele, as you guys have talked about. First off, I wanted to say he's so good in my classes. Like, he's very active, he's very friendly, he's really funny, he's really silly. Like, we love and enjoy him in our class. There does get to be an extent where it's a little too much, but he's very enjoyable. He's also very clever. He's a very smart kid. He does really good at hands-on assignments, and he listens really well when there are hands-on assignments. So like if we were to create letters for holiday, right? There's this cute little letter I have that I drew and I made for an example. I wrote in it, and I get to give that to someone. If we have that activity and I show them that as an example, Eric is going to be very interested in that. He's going to be very like, okay, like, this is really fun, you know, like, I want to do this. And he's going to get really involved. He will listen really well to those things. He does struggle a little in like the everyday today curriculum. Sometimes if it's not one of the not conversations, but topics that he doesn't that he's not necessarily passionate about, because he does well in a lot of a lot of the curriculum that we go through, like history and science. He does really good in, especially history. I don't know why, but like he's kind of ahead in history. It's just like one of those things that he's really good at, and art. So anything with history and art, he literally just flourishes in. And then when it comes to like reading and math, he's not like way behind, but he is a little behind in our section of math. And I'm just wondering if we could do some practices at home as well to just make sure that he is not falling super far behind his class, and so that he is honestly grasping that concept, because he does struggle a little bit with comprehension, but other than that, like, he's really good in the classes and in the classroom. There are a little bit of worries for communicative things as well. He doesn't express how he's feeling either well enough or a little too well. So if he said he was like thirsty, I could be like, yeah, just give me a minute and then you can go to the bathroom or something like that. Or I could give you a water. But if it's not like the exact one he wants, sometimes it could escalate, but it could escalate and he could just get really mad. And he doesn't physically like throw things, but he kind of like slams his desk shut and his locker outside of the classroom. He'll like semi-toss his coat. So if we could focus on bringing that in a little bit, and not like to where he's holding it in, but if we could focus on how can we best help him express himself. And even if I have to get something in my room where it's like I put it in the corner so that he can go to that corner, do what he needs with it, and then come back and he's like chill, like that's okay too. I'm okay with doing that. But I thought that with that situation we could possibly go to the school counselor and just set up a time to where if he needs her, even to just like pace in her room or something, or if he needs time in the hallway separated from everyone else, because when he gets mad, he also kind of starts yelling at his peers, which isn't ideal, because then one, it causes distraction in the classroom, and then it causes his friendships between his friends, because they don't always understand what's going on in his mind, like what he's feeling, what he's going through. So if we can give him this really safe space, either the resource room or even like going to the counselor's office to just pace or something, or even if it's like, Miss Spencer, like, I just can't do this right now, and he goes to you guys, that's literally just fine. That's fine. If he needs a break that bad, I'm willing to give it to him, because I don't want him to get more mad and just get frustrated kind of thing, and just sit here and build up one thing, like one emotion on top of the other, and be like, oh, no one understands me kind of feel, either on top of already being mad, on top of I can't even let it out, you know, like, it just wouldn't be good at all. So yeah, I think that would be a really good idea. That also would go with emotional and social development, because again, he's a really great friend. It's just his emotions, like, they just really take over because they're very strong when he is mad or frustrated. But yeah, if we could do that, we could also do practices like with the whole class on that too, and be like, okay, like, this is 5 things that we do when we feel stressed. Like, we take a deep breath, we breathe out, we sit there for a second, we tell the teacher, we step out. Like, I don't know, just something like that. And I could do it so it like applies to everyone as well, because honestly, kids are kids, like, they need a break. But yeah, I think other than that, he does pretty good. Adaptive characteristics, no, he does really well on that. No, that's probably like one of his strong suits, actually. Adaptive characteristics, like, you could throw Eric into any circumstance, it feels like, and he would just pick himself up. Like, he is so good with hands-on. Again, what I'm going back to is the art and history. Like, he is so invested, especially history. Like, he's just so fascinated with knowledge. And so he does really good in those categories. And yeah, he adapts very well. There are some things like, if he gets into a pattern, an emotion of things, sometimes when we take him out of it, it could like upset him, because I know that that organization can really help him. So I would say kind of having more of a less strict, organized schedule would help him with the flexibility. But other than that, yeah, I think Eric's doing great. It's just a few little things that we need to work on in my classroom personally. But yeah, I really enjoy having him, and I hope that, yeah, that we can help him achieve everything that he needs to develop on and strengthen, and just, yeah, I'm just excited. He's a really clever kid.